The Paralympics is a vitally important part of Australian sport. Harvey Norman, who give us the support to be able to come and do shows like this each and every month around the country, are huge supporters of these sporting heroes.
I found that sport for the disabled has a tremendous effect from a social point of view.
In 1948, just after World War II, there was a collection of veterans that were staying at a hospital in London's north. They were being treated by a neurologist who was looking for a way to help paraplegic patients recover. He happened to start a global sporting movement. He organised archery and netball competitions, and just like that, the Paralympics begins. The Paralympics is now a highlight of the sporting calendar every 4 years. It's a big deal internationally, but it's a very big deal here in Australia. We always win more medals and we always do better at the Paralympics than any other international sporting competition. And a lot of that is thanks to the work of Paralympics Australia. They dedicate every day to dismantling inequality for athletes with a disability.
I love you so much.
It's no small task, but there are plenty of very thankful athletes, like our men's wheelchair basketball team.
There's the issue of just the media exposure. You know, we're not a massive sport, especially in wheelchair basketball. We don't have a huge player base or population, so that limits the amount of time that people can see us. Generally, the only time you see people seeing wheelchair basketball is during a Paralympic cycle, during when it's broadcast on the national network.
I think sports broadcasters could, try to broadcast just a little bit more. Not necessarily because we deserve that, that spotlight, but more just to give the general public an idea of what we do.
Just 15% of the total high performance money, which is handed out by government, goes to Paralympic programs. 85% goes to Olympic programs. Paralympics Australia also has evidence that Paralympians are being paid less for appearances, if at all. These double standards create the perception that Paralympic athletes are less valued and the competition is less important. That couldn't be anything further from the truth. In fact, I think it's the other way around. And Paralympics Australia wants to change that now. A big part of that is ensuring the future Paralympians of Australia, who call our regions home, don't get cut off or left behind by the tyranny of distance. Swan Hill here in Victoria is the birthplace of a Paralympic legend, Kevin Coombs. He competed in wheelchair basketball at the first ever Paralympic Games in 1960, and he represented his country at a remarkable 5 games. And for the current and future Paralympic basketballers, there is no greater inspiration.
You hear the name like Kevin Coombs, it's a big name and a big part of Australian wheelchair basketball history. It just shows that longevity and commitment that he had to his sport and into life, and all around the Paralympic movement in Australia, especially, not even just in wheelchair basketball, but in the team itself.
You can't play wheelchair basketball without hearing the name or what he's done.
I'm from Warrnambool, which is a small country town in Victoria as well, and it's just like showing that you can do a lot without a lot of people around you.
And what the Australian men's wheelchair team wants you to know is that you can live this dream too. If you're a regional kid who's got aspirations of going to the Paralympics, or just being like these guys is something you can shoot for.
When I first started with wheelchair basketball, I think I was about 12 years old, and I tried every other sport that most able-bodied people play, and obviously I wasn't very good at them. To be able to stumble across wheelchair basketball and be able to play against all different ages, male and female, people with different disabilities, and all sort of be on the same level playing field was incredible for me. It really gave me a strong sense of an identity and confidence in myself.
To find an upcoming event near you, get involved in parasport. The website is paralympic.org.au. Visit it today. It could be the start of something pretty special.
Wheelchair basketball is really a game for everyone. I strongly motivate if you hear about wheelchair basketball near you to come down and give it a try, because it really is an incredible sport.